365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio.
Good morning and welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review on Power 365 FM, the number one online radio in Southwest Nigeria. We are the best among the rest. Okay, please do well to follow us on all our social media handles as we are live presently on Facebook at Power365 FM, on YouTube at Power365 FM, and for the TikTok lovers at Power365 online radio is where to watch us and listen to us live and direct. And also we are available on web www.power365fm.com. Okay, this morning, let me quickly read to you headlines of news stories that I have on my table this morning, as I am with the Daily Independent newspaper. On the front page, Gowon Abdusalami Jonathan Buhari decree protest regime change. Pass vote of confidence in Tinubu at Council of State meeting. NSA reassures nobody we truncate hard-hand democracy. Wait till 2027. Federal government tells President Tinubu's opponent. And also, this is on page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Afenifere decrees call for military coup, seek support for democracy. And also, this is on page 7. Court extends order restricting Abuja protester to MKO Stadium. Still on page 7, FAAN to take delivery of equipment to combat birds strike at airport. This is on page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper. We have not fixed petrol price. That's coming from Aliko Dangote. And also on page 6, again, stakeholders urge upward review of tariff for telcos survivor. Still on that particular page, sector in intense care, Unistake says MTN CEO. Over 1,000 fiber cards recorded monthly. That is coming from Airtel CEO. Quality of service tied to government policies. That is from Alton, and that is on page. That will be on page 20, on page 6 rather, of the Daily Independent newspaper. And also, I'm able to cite this: Africa CDC declares MPOX public health emergency. Okay, still on the front page. Tariff suspension on food imports to cost Nigeria 188 billion naira. That's coming from custom. And on page 6, Tinubu signs bill increasing salaries of judicial officers by 300%. That is on page 6 also. Okay, we'll take a short break, and while we're back from this short break, then we go straight up into the news and details. Please stay tuned. Don't touch it out. This is newspaper review on Power 365 FM. Welcome back. It is still newspaper review on Power 365 FM. I'm on page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Minister Head of Information Ministry signed performance bond. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has signed performance bond with head of agencies and parastatals under his administration. Under his ministry, I beg your pardon, with a directive to them to work assiduously towards communicating the success of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Idris made the remarks in Abuja yesterday while declaring open one-day retreat for directors of ministry and heads of agency and parastatals. Since the advent of administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there has been a structured agenda to achieve a renewed hope initiative with OMDA involved and with a tracking system to ensure compliance. This tracking system is managed by the Central Resort Delivery and Coordinating Unit CRDCU in the office of our SGF. All of you here are responsible for delivering our results to this office as head or delivery officers. This retreat is organized to ensure that we understand these responsibility. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper and read further details on that as Minister Head of Information Ministry signed performance bond. Welcome back. I'm on page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Tinubu travels to Equatorial Guinea today. All is set for President Bola Tinubu to depart Abuja for Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, on a 3-day official visit. The president will depart the country today to honor the invitation of President Todoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo. While in Equatorial Guinea, he will meet with the Equatorial Guinea president at the presidential villa on arrival. While meeting will be held between the two leaders, an agreement, particularly on oil and gas and security, signed. And still on page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper, Tinubu signed a bill increasing salaries of judicial officers by 300%. President Tinubu signs bill increasing salary of judicial officer by 300%. The president of the prescription, of salaries, allowances, and other benefits for judicial officer. The amendment of the Statistician, Politician, Public and Judicial Officers Order, Salaries and Allowances, etc. Act Number 6, 2002, amended, which provides for the deletion of provision relating to judicial office holders from the aforementioned act. Is described the signing of the bill by the president as a landmark achievement and a manifestation of his unwavering commitment to the welfare of Nigerian workforce. This landmark decision reflects Mr. President's profound dedication to ensuring that every salary earner in Nigeria, especially those serving in vital and strategic roles, receive the recognition and compensation that they deserve. By prioritizing the financial well-being of our judicial officers, Mr. President is not only reinforcing the integrity of our justice system, but also settling a new standard for leadership and for leadership that truly values the hard work and sacrifices of all Nigerian workers. Under President Bola Tinubu administration, the welfare of our workers has become a central pillar of national progress. His visionary policies continue to uplift the lives of millions, ensuring that the dignity of labor is upheld and that those who serve our nation are justly rewarded. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper and read further details on that as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu signed bill increasing salaries of judicial officers by 300%. On page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper, Afenifere decrees call for military coup, says support for democracy. The Pan-Yoruba Sociocultural and Political Organization of Afenifere has condemned the call by some Nigerians during the End Bad Governance protest for the military to take over power, urging Nigerians to support democracy. The organization National Publicity Secretary Comrade Jare Ajayi said Afenifere in a statement on Tuesday asserted that the country democratic dispensation shouldn't be sacrificed or truncated for any reason. The organization recalled that some people announced a 10-day protest beginning from August 1 to 10 and actually carried out the demonstration with massive devastation in some parts of the country. According to Afenifere, some protesters brazenly hoisted flags associated with Russia, pointing out that some people claim that the insignia on the flags were that of the Nigerian army. Whether the flags belong to Russia or the army, the message is more or less the same, inciting the taking over the government through unconstitutional means. Ajayi stated. He noted that since the protest was ostensibly to push for an end to the hunger and other depression in the land, how come they look in the direction of either the military or a foreign power? The Pan-Yoruba organization stated that while democracy might not yet avail us the best that we desire and deserve, it is still the best and it is still the best in our current situation because of its inherent characteristics of making the people the custodians. You can pick up a copy of that particular, read further news details on that particular news story on page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. A Afenifere decrees call for military coup seeks support for democracy. On page 7 also, Kyari urges military to sustain onslaught against crude oil theft. I personally call for enhanced and sustained security engagement. This is because we have reached a new peak in production that we haven't seen in the last 3 years. This is clearly related to the sustained efforts by the armed forces and other security agencies to protect our critical assets, particularly the pipeline infrastructure in specified areas where we are working closely with this agency. We are already seeing the results transforming into increased production, Kyari stated. The GCAO, who commended General Musa and his team for their unwavering commitment to securing the nation's critical hydrocarbon assets, especially in Niger Delta region in recent months, emphasized that these achievements are only crucial to Nigerian but also the global energy community. You can pick up a copy of that particular news stories and read further details on that as Kyari urged military to sustain onslaught against crude oil theft. But before we leave this morning, let's quickly run through headlines again. Court extend order restricting Abuja protesters to MKO Stadium. Kyari urges military to sustain onslaught against crude oil theft. Tinubu signs bill increasing salaries of judicial officer by 300%. Tinubu travels to Equatorial Guinea today. We have not fixed petrol price. That's coming from Aliko Dangote. African CDC declares MPOX public health emergency. Minister head of information military signed performance bond. Ondo State government BEDC agrees to jointly roll out Odatiwa meters. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper. I have been able to read to your ear until we catch up tomorrow. My name is Ebidapo Miracle Olua Damila, ably representing Olamide. Please have for yourself a productive day ahead.